Just like the preface of the clear Qur'an, the easy Qur'an gives an implication that the translation may be directed by doctrine rather than just translating it and perhaps having commentary, which in the case of this one is very good, full of hadith and well-known tafsir. But, we don't just want a Sunni Quran. We want the Quran for everyone. And I certainly noticed some instances where instead of telling you about the specific name of God or the specific wording there, you get a general statement. And I think it's important when using names of God or words that show difference, that all of those should be so illustrated. And in some cases, you get a summary view of what you're going to find in the narrations. Some of it may be interpretation, I think, because certainly some of the comments are interpretation. But you know what I mean, interpretation of the narratives that are implied by the comment. But you do find a lot of references. And you find cross-references, not as much as some volumes, but you do find a lot of cross-references in the comments. The formatting is a bit difficult because, with very little exception, the comments should all be moved to the footnotes. They shouldn't have all these parentheses and stuff in the middle. What they have in the parentheses isn't as bad as, like the Saudi translation that we all knew about 20 years ago. It was the main one being handed out in a lot of areas, that just made people feel like, because of all that stuff in the parentheses, that everything was, oh, don't be like the Christians and don't be like the Jews. And it's like, it's broader than that. And the issue isn't, okay, the specific example of this group is why we don't do this. That's not really the point. I mean, there's Quranic verses that talk about the Israelites and all that stuff. And they really should always translate words like jihad and Sharia to give you an implication of what that is, because we don't want to confuse jihad and Sharia with holy war, as the Christians would call it. For 867 and 3967, there is some doubling of the Arabic from one page to the next.